Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good, and your lives are going even better than that. We are going to be jumping into Of Fury by the one and only Shadow of Intent. This was released apparently yesterday, but I checked this page just before I went to sleep, meaning it had to have released in that time that I went to sleep at about 2 or 3 a.m. and when I've just woken up. I've been awake for about 10 minutes or so, and I literally haven't bothered to get dressed. I've literally brushed my hair, fucking thrown on a pair of headphones, green screen, random shit attached to my chair, and we're gonna jump straight into this. Let's see how amazing my analysis brain is going to do with like 10-20 minutes of being awake now. Let's fucking go into the show. Well, I'm going to bring that back a little bit, but still. This song, until we got to that part, didn't sound as heavy for Shadow of Intent. It could have been any other band doing it. The fact that they used Ben's voice as a fucking thing to make the song go darker, that's how deep Ben's voice is. It's acting as extra bass in order to fucking make the song drive deep as a Shadow of Intent song. That's fucking insane. And they're sticking to the no deathcore. This is straight, almost mellow death in a way. Like, in terms of its sound, this sounds way more Melodeath. I know it just got a bit darker as we got up to that point, but still. Starving beasts of misanthropy tear their souls from reality. They terrorize, sodomize, then torch all that's left of their miserable lives. As in, it's an army or something like that coming in and just ripping people's souls away, destroying them, terrorizing them, sodomizing the women, the men, whatever else. I don't even want to think about and they torch or they set fire to everything that's left once they've destroyed every single part of their humanity. The reprise, they are swiftly swept aside. Reflections of blood on fresh front lines. The reflections of blood are from the soldiers at the very, very front lines, just going into war, into war, into war, getting destroyed, and more soldiers following them. Millions of men forged in the fiery depths of the hell begin to purge the lands. Ad nauseam, they seize their prize, demanding that hundreds of thousands more must die. As in, millions of men have been forged within this fire, within this hell, within this battle, within this war. As they purge every land that they step into, they begin to seize their prize as the leaders, the people behind those people not getting killed, demanding that hundreds of thousands of more must die as they sweep more throughout the land. And so, I'm not sure exactly which battle this is going to be about, but this is just about a huge battlefield, about millions of people dying, about the brutalities, about the death, the destruction, the war crimes, everything else that's happened during certain acts of war. So let's keep going. fucking hell, man. This song is immense, to say the very least. The jaws of hell have opened wide, bombs, bone fragments fall from the sky. The jaws of hell have opened wide, bombs, bone fragments fall from the sky. As the jaws have opened wide, the planes are flying overhead, the bombs are dropping, the scores of pilots being blown up in the sky are falling on you. Everything is going to shit. Hell is literally descending upon where you are. The panoramic fire lights of the skies, the fire of the guns shooting of planes being blown up, of the planes flying throughout the sky, crashing into the ground. You're petrified, you spat out onto the lions, a mass grave sentence. You are all begging to die. As in, this is just how war is. It's just that kind of mentality. There's that kind of thought process behind it, man. Still, let's go. Just for that one line, the horror scene, it cannot be erased from the minds of men. If you missed it, it's so true. Think about all of the PTSD, the violence, the people who've been to war, how fucked up they become because of it. Especially the ones from World War II, the amount of fucking terror they must have seen during those times. It was fucking immense. It was something no human should ever have to see again. Unfortunately, they do, even now. But you would hope they wouldn't, because war is something that should never happen in the first place. Either way, let's keep going. That solo wasn't meant to. I would listen to that again. I don't give a fuck. Where do we get to? They seek to rid them of their existence and reform. For defenders to fail would mean that they disappear. A choice leaves the weight of this force to be dismembered. The combat seems to be everlasting. They all met death. Basically, the invaders seek to rid them of their existence. If they win, if they destroy the people in their own land, it means they would disappear, and their histories would disappear. So I'm guessing this is World War II. I'm guessing this is Germany invading, trying to invoke Nazism on the rest of Europe and the world, and so on and so forth. For defenders to fail would mean that they disappear. A choice leaves the weight of this force to be dismembered. The combat seems to be everlasting, and they all met death. It's very true. Most of the people who fought, most of the people who were a part of this, they all died. Almost every single person. Barbarous obliterations of them all. Perfidus bandits execute survivors. As in, the bandits, the ones who have gone through all these lands, like, they picked every last person up and they took them to the concentration camps, they took them to places to get tortured, places to get killed. That's why they all met death. These men are all but slaves. The ones doing this, they are all but slaves. But they're slaves to the devil himself. I would imagine either Hitler or some kind of tyrants to be orchestrating this, to be demanding this of the people, to be brainwashed to the point where they serve this person who's fucking destructive by all means. And that solo was fucking incredible. And I want to listen to that fucking solo again. That solo was awesome. And fuck, man, this song is the best I've heard so far from Elegy. I thought it couldn't get better. I thought, like, Shadow of Intent were at the top of the game. They're fucking raising their game on their own fucking album, man. Shit. Let's keep going. That was fucking insane. I'm sorry for my dress, by the way. I literally only just woke up. I literally wasn't expecting to make a video, but I saw a new Shadow of Intent. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna go straight into it. That was amazing. The way it started lighter was because it was trying to show that, you know, even with the lighter tones of the song with Ben's voice, it was going into that really deep darkness. As in, like, it was showing like a kind of playful tone to kind of like go opposite it to what the song is about, in order to go that and then to darken it and darken it and darken it as you go through it, which is very brilliant to do and very amazing to do. I fucking adored the solo. I fucking adored everything about it. Ben's voice was perfect. You could almost feel the atrocities through his voice. You could feel the passion. You could feel the pain. You can feel the amount of evolution Shadow of Intent have had since they started on this journey to become more like a death metal band. They're touching on more real subjects. I'm guessing, I don't know for certain, that this is World War II, this is Hitler, this is Nazis, this is bombs dropping from the sky, this is all of that shit. And it's such a good portrayal to show what the people must have been going through. This is just an imagination, this is just what Ben would imagine they're going through from probably watching documentaries and seeing what people have talked about, and just like how he would envision it to be. And honestly, it's probably much worse than a song even can portray, but it's a good way to go about it. I fucking thoroughly enjoyed it. The best Shadow of Intent release to date so far, and I cannot wait till January. Have a wonderful day, evening or night, and I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.